I don't want to be different. I don't want to see myself different. When you see yourself disadvantaged, when you see yourself different, that's when you begin to fail. That's when you begin to get discouraged. So if you stay focused, forget about the age. Age is just a number. So the flip side of it is the challenges that comes with going to school as a mature student. Well, the first big thing is the anxiety itself that comes with it. I couldn't get my head immediately around the fact that I have to do it all over again. Why? It didn't make sense initially. But I'm glad, I truly am glad, and I still thank God for that courage. There was no need dwelling on past glory when it wouldn't fetch me anything. If you're at that point where the only requirement was to start all over again, please don't even think about it twice. Yes, I know you'll be scared, you'll be worried. Typical, what will people say? But people will not pay your bills. People will not meet your needs. Yeah, so if you have to do it, you've got to do it. You've got this. I did it. Yes, you can. The other thing is the financial implication. Apparently, you are one of the breadwinner or the breadwinner. So it means you have to make a whole lot of sacrifice. I lived 2.5 hours away from the uni and 3 hours away from my placement. Going from point A to point B requires transport or transportation, fuel. If I have to drive, I had to drive to placement. I went on the bus to school, and oh yeah, you had to plan. Sometimes the best planning in the world would not work out. There are times when you just have to bite your teeth and grab it, and that's exactly what I did. Going back to school as a mature student will throw that challenge to you, but determination is still my key word here. You have to do what you have to do. If at the end of the day you don't take that opportunity when it comes, you might live to regret it. And I hate that phrase, had I known. If you have children or words, childcare will be another challenge for a lot of mature students. My kids were really young. My youngest then was 4 years old when I went into school of nursing, and I had to manage them three. My husband was not with us at that time, so it was just myself and the kids, and we had to find a way. And there were so many times when I was in class, my phone went off, and the minder or the person who was doing the school run will say, oh, my car broke down. Will give a reason why they won't be able to pick, or why they won't be available to mind. Oh my God, I can't even tell you. I'll be so stressed. But do you know what? It got sorted, because sometimes if you sit at the beginning and try to figure out everything step by step, you would not do it. I found technology really challenging. So school is really moving, or studying around here is really moving towards technology. I remember in Nigeria, we didn't even have mobile phones. In my first nursing degree in Trinity College, Dublin, we wouldn't be answering phones. Yes, we used laptops. We had computer rooms. We did a lot of work on computer, but you wouldn't be using your phone. Oh no, yeah, you get into trouble for doing that in class. But by the time I got to my midwifery degree, we had a whole lot of things that we had to bring out our phone right there and then in class and do some studies. So sometimes you're asked to bring out your Snapchat, your Instagram. I had to learn Instagram by fire by force. I'm still not there, but I'm in the process. Yeah, and then doing your essays. A lot of essays require typing or require the computer. So no longer handwritten at all. Everything was computerized. We had classroom sessions online where we had to do discussions. You are required to attend those online classes as part of your grades. So there was a whole lot of technology stuff, and getting it as a mature student, that's one thing that I know was a challenge for me, especially in my last degree. And a whole lot of my circle who were also mature students did indicate that that was a big challenge for us. So our younger ones, like, I did rely a lot on my kids. I came back and I was like, oh, how do you do this? How do I log into that? The apps, I had to learn them all at the same time. What app is that? What app is this? How do I sign up to that? How do I sign up to this? Making PowerPoints. We had a whole lot of presentation which was meant to be by PowerPoints. So you had to do them, designing your PowerPoints, making graphics, providing leaflets, all done online. So that's one big thing. So if you're thinking of going back to school, I wouldn't say go and enroll, you must have everything, but just have it in mind that that will be a possible challenge, and whatever you can do while you're making your application process, or while you're progressing in your application process, familiarize yourself with some of those things. Others will come as you go. There are many times I had to rely on the younger ones in my class to put me through, and they will happily do that, because you remember, like I said earlier, you are a source of motivation to them. So as you give to them, they're always too happy to give to you. You become the mother figure. So you get there. So don't let that hold you down. Don't let that fear keep you from pursuing your dream. Another key skill in nursing is prioritizing. So looking at all that you have to do and putting priority on those things that are really, 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 really important. Yeah, so that's one thing. While you have family to deal with, you have finances, you have work. A whole lot of us, we are still working and attending school. Yes, you have to pay your bills. The bills do not stop, I assure you that. So you have to pay your bills. So you just need to, there are many times I had to sit up late at night, not because I wanted to, but that was the only time I had to do my assignment, to complete an essay. There are deadlines and you will not give an excuse. Yeah, occasionally you might be able to give excuse, but not all the time. So there's a whole protocol in place for not meeting deadline. When you consider how long it will take you to go through that protocol, you just sit down and get it done. Somehow you get things together. I assure you, fear can keep you away from achieving, but if you keep fear aside, you will be able to do it. Yeah, I'm not saying that sitting out all night is something unusual to do when you're at school. I mean, I have to be up and about by 5. I've just returned at 10, and I have to sit down and work till about 3 a.m., have 2 hours nap, wake up, get on the bus, have my sleep in the bus, and arrive school on time for 9 o'clock for another class. Probably this assignment is to be turned in 2 days. I have 3,000 words to write, and I just have to meet that deadline. But by and by, it all got sorted. Looking back now, I can't remember going through that protocol to beat the deadline. No, I never missed my deadline. I worked until dying minute. I mean, last few minutes, both my research and all that. But I never filled it out because I kind of thought it wasn't worth it. I'll just do it. I don't want to be different. I don't want to see myself different. When you see yourself disadvantaged, when you see yourself different, that's when you begin to fail. That's when you begin to get discouraged. So if you stay focused, forget about the age. Age is just a number. When you make that determination in your heart, you will overcome whatever age barrier or what other barrier is in place. You will certainly overcome. Overall, I would say I've never regretted going back to school to become a nurse. Nursing is a highly rewarding career. We might not be paid enough. No. We might not be appreciated enough. No. But nursing is spirit, soul, and body. It will challenge your spirit, it will challenge your soul, it will challenge your body. I'm not saying challenge in a negative sense. I mean, it will keep you alive, it will keep you thinking. That's what I mean. There are things you will see and you will have a reason to appreciate what you have. Going back to become a learning disability nurse, I saw a whole range of disability that made me appreciate my children, made me appreciate life, made me become more gingered, made me become more positive towards life. Now you might be saying, I don't want to be a nurse, I just want to be any other profession. Whatever profession it may be, if you are convinced it is for you, please don't let age be a source of barrier for you. Stay determined, stay focused. You've got this covered.